In this video, I'm going to be comparing the Spirit franchise from DreamWorks to the Megamind franchise, which is also from DreamWorks. In each case, you only have two movies, though admittedly there's a Megamind TV show that was released earlier on this year, which I haven't actually seen. In these cases, I've seen the first Spirit as well as both Megamind as well as Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate. When you look at highest Rotten Tomatoes score for each franchise, Megamind, the first film, has a 73%. The first Spirit has a 69%. Those are the two highest scores. Megamind wins this round. Then when you look at lowest score for each franchise, Spirit 2, Spirit Untamed, only has a 47%, which is already bad, but then Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate only has a 9%. Ooh, yikes, that's a big step down. No, Spirit wins this round. And then when you look at average score for each franchise, in the case of Megamind, you have an average of 41. Spirit has an average of 58. Spirit wins here. Then when you look at gap between lowest and highest score, you can already tell which franchise is going to win this round, because of Spirit, you have a gap of 22, whereas of Megamind, you have a gap of 64. Spirit wins again, meaning that actually Spirit has won 3 of the rounds so far, so Spirit actually is going to win this debate regardless of my personal opinion. But let's look at it now. When it comes to that movie Spirit, I really enjoy it. I like that it's really about freedom. It's about this horse that we just see has a really strong spirit. He refuses to let anyone hold him in chains, hold him captive, keep him anywhere against his will. Spirit always makes sure that he gets free from whoever is trying to keep him in captivity. I think the movie visually looks good. I like the songs. They're really memorable, I would say. I like story here. It's not very complicated, but I think it absolutely works. So this horse who was part of a group of other horses, and then through an accident he ends up getting closer to these humans, and then the whole movie's about him trying to make his way back. In the case of Megamind, I like how that first Megamind very much plays out as a subversive comic book story that goes against your expectations. It intentionally starts off with the Superman origin story. It starts off generic, so then the movie can flip the script. You start off with this Superman knockoff character as a baby being sent away from an exploding planet by his parents. You also have an alien named Megamind, who is also sent away from an exploding planet by his parents. And then when both Megamind and this little guy, who later becomes known as Metro Man, get to Earth, we see the difference between them is that this human baby ends up being raised by these rich people, whereas if this alien, who becomes known as Megamind, unfortunately his circumstances are nowhere near as ideal. He's not being raised by a rich family. We see other kids pick on him. And what's tragic here, honestly, is that the film shows us that Megamind did not initially set out to be a villain. He wanted to be a hero, but the world really didn't give him an opportunity to be a hero. So Megamind basically took Nick Wilde from Zootopia's stance. Well, the world only sees me as someone who can be a villain, so might as well just embrace it. I'm just going to go ahead and be the villain. And that's exactly what happens. You have this Superman knockoff pretty boy Metro Man, who's the hero of the city, battling against Megamind, this very intelligent villain. So basically Megamind is Lex Luthor. And then you have this lady named Roxanne Ritchie. Obviously she's literally a parallel to Lois Lane. And then we have this moment that clearly shows this movie's subversive nature, where Roxanne is taken captive by Lex Luthor-esque villain Megamind, but whereas Lois usually is screaming, clearly scared, when Roxanne is being held captive by Megamind and he's trying to scare her, we see that she does not care at all. She's not phased in any way. He's showing her all these traps thinking that she's going to be scared, but she doesn't show fear at all. She's just like, yeah, whatever. That's tacky. That's corny. I was thinking about it literally on the way over here. You don't intimidate me at all. And then you have this moment where Metro Man seemingly is killed by Megamind. So that means Megamind is cleared to take over the city, which he does. But then the movie explores this question of, wait a minute, is Megamind truly happy now that he has gotten everything he thought he wanted? His arch nemesis, the hero, is apparently gone. Megamind has free reign to do literally whatever he wants. He gets to remake the city in his image. But then we see that, oh, Megamind is actually not happy because he realizes, wait, I'm not actually content without a hero to fight against. Because what's the point of being a villain if I have no hero to stand in my way? So Megamind's like, I'm going to make a new hero who can be my nemesis. And then that ends up going really badly because Superman-like powers are given to this guy, Hal, who doesn't know how to respect women. We can clearly see that because he's all into Roxanne, but Roxanne's not into him at all. And then when Roxanne rejects him, what is Hal's response? How dare you, you horrible, evil person. You maliciously broke my heart, which is obviously deeply unhealthy. He deeply overreacts to that. And so this Hal actually ends up becoming a terrible villain. And so then Megamind actually, by the end of the movie, uses his Lex Luthor-like brain in order to actually do something good. He uses his talents to actually save the city, and thus he ends up becoming the hero. Also, at a certain point in the movie, we learn Metro Man isn't really dead. He faked his death because he thought that Megamind could be better, and he ended up being proven right. Admittedly, the fact that Roxanne and Megamind just get together by the end of the movie, even though there was a lot of deception because Megamind pretended to be this other guy, Bernard. Roxanne thought that she was dating this guy, Bernard, and then learned the truth. Megamind lied to her, so I'm like, they shouldn't be getting together right away. What actually should happen is Roxanne admitting, okay, sure, I may be attracted to you, but there's still work to be done before I actually am fine with being in a relationship because there was not honesty beforehand. Still, I really enjoy Megamind. I watched Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate not long ago, and I thought it was perfectly fine. I like this idea that there are these villains that Megamind used to work with back in the day. That makes a lot of sense to me. And these villains, because Megamind was a villain for so long, they don't believe that Megamind could actually be a hero. So Megamind's trying to deceive them into thinking that he is still a villain when he's not. Then at a certain point, they learn the truth that, oh, Megamind is actually a hero. So they're really unhappy with that. Megamind, Roxanne, and Minion end up saving the city again. I don't think it has as much subverting expectations as that first Megamind movie does. I think that's the biggest thing that the movie has going for it. You also have good visuals, well done, entertaining action scenes. Characters are interesting. Now, I really like Spirit, but if I had to choose between Megamind and Spirit, I would personally choose Megamind, to be honest, because it's a little bit more memorable. Not that I have anything against Spirit, not that it's doing anything wrong, but there are other horse movies out there. Whereas I thought Megamind really managed to do something different with the comic book genre, starting off with a familiar premise and then completely flipping the script. So I would personally choose Megamind, but Spirit actually is going to win this debate. So that'll be it for this one.